No. Hey. What's up, dudes? Dudettes. How about something badass that's back porchy, bluesy, fun?
Word.
This is called Call It Magic, Call It Fisheye, Call It Fish Lung, Call You Magic Pocket of Science. Call you Carousel, my love. Call you Parasol, call you Slight Rhyme. Hand clapping butter knife collection breadcrumb. Call you collection back path back to home. Or morsels soaking up moonlight. Call this something that birds steal. Call this jazz. Call you collection of Motown, music stacked, drum kick echoed, hair shine and piled high, high note and heart opening, bone split, knees shaking, still standing up. Spitting out those animals, those beasts, collecting their skulls, Hydra, Harpy, Medea, Jason's heads hung round his hip, staining his waist, bloody belts collected, cut and washed, belt of silver collected and burnt. Call you belt of gold, call you Heracles, his beautiful body the gods moved themselves through. Call you however it was that those gods traveled, the belly of a cow, a swan, a haystack lit on fire, bowls of fermenting grapes, laid down with slaughtered lambs. Call you how the gods still travel, radio light, spectrum of the magnolia, newspaper boat, fish eye, fish lung, magic pocket of science, Smithsonian, slow paradise. Ballroom filled with slow paradise. Call you collection of slow paradises moving quickly, turning on a polished floor in a loose dress tied tight at the waist. You the music they spin, you their spinning. Call you parasol, call you carousel. All your horses and all your bears going up and down. The zebra tethered with a bridle of gold and a green feather. All the bees, they watch you. That is all. They just watch. They have neither fear nor malice for your skin. They just wish to watch it turn. Thanks. The first time I met my wife, a president got elected. And then I met her a second time about 7 months after that. And then the week after that, we fell in love and started dating. And 24 hours after that day, we were eating some pizza. No. We found ourselves in Chicago and walking past a tiny bar looking for a place to dance with a bunch of other rad folks and could not find one, so we went back to this tiny bar of very quiet, contemplative people in a very small space and turned on the jukebox and fucking owned it and departed to throngs of people raising the roof for us, either out of the joy we brought or out of the quietness we would leave. And this poem speaks to that. Something pretty,
all right,
and rolling,
okay,
and low and slow.
Okay.
Something like what you play for Laura or Stevie.
Sure. Yeah.
Fantastic. I was just following the little dog through the skinny trees. I was just collecting water glasses. I was taking them to the well and carrying them home, trying not to drop a single drop. I was wearing the same shirt as the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. And also the day before that. It was so long I wore the same shirt. I forgot the next line since I ad-libbed right there. Asking all of my ghosts to join me on the dance floor. Let's twist, let's shimmy. While the room waltzes, I will Watusi. I was Jimmy Switchblade. I was the Three Cherries gang. I was the tallest cigarette in the pack. I was black jacket, collared up. I was actually yellow shirt lost. I was laying in the dirt and piling it on. I believed if I kept trying to bury myself, then perhaps I could talk to some other world, but I just got dirty. My belly was heavy. For months after she left me, I barely moved. I barely moved. I watched the sun go down, and in its absence, I slept and dreamt of the bicycle. But I did not know what the bicycle was. I dreamt of the bicycle and thought, what a strange horse that fish is. Do I kill it or ride it? How do I do either of those? Instead, I rode the airplanes like they were church, staring out the windows, hoping the chains would not find me this high up. At this altitude, all the angels were turning blue. I made a list of my body parts that no longer worked, folded it into an envelope, hoping my mother or my former lover would one day stumble upon it. My list is a poem, not a list. So is this one. I rode the airplanes until they brought me 530 miles from the room that I was born inside of. My fists then were not so much smaller than they are now, simply tighter. I have been shrinking more and more with every single month. The South is my big, beautiful bed. One day bury me in it. Till then, I will touch it from time to time. Carry me inside of its wet, wet heat. I sweat when I walk. When I walk, I see my dreams come closer. What I thought was a horse or a fish was really a girl on a bicycle. She had small fingers, but reached them towards me. I neither killed nor rode her. All I did was make a hand. All I did was get wet. All I did was shake my body like a library in an earthquake. I spilled books like holy water. The ceilings spun in closer to read all that I was. I was 1,000 years of hard-covered spines, bags of dust, a river stitched into a white suit. I had worked so hard for this sorrow. So I asked my boss for the night off. Caught another plane, rode it to a dance in Chicago. Combed my hair, slicked down with pomade, put my shiniest belt buckle on. I saw Susie on the dance floor. She put a quarter in the jukebox, grabbed me like a policeman and asked, "What you do, Ace?" I told her I work at a malt shop, and sometimes I bury things. But I ain't too good at that. I ain't always too good at that, I told her. She looked at me like we had prayed on the same cliff. She told me she didn't believe in God anymore, and I told her I still did. Her and I, we have prayed on the very same cliff. She held me like a handcuff. I swallowed keys. I danced with Susie all night long. I'm still waiting for that sun to come up. I don't care if it never does. I'm warm enough. Thank you.